Title: The Humble Path to Great Leadership. Chapter 1. The Humble Origin, Hearing Wisdom Firsthand. John Bogle once told a young investor in a small meeting room that the most powerful force in business wasn't the market's ups and downs, but the steadiness of a manager's heart. He said, "When you walk in the room, let your actions speak louder than your words." The humility in those words set the stage for a leader who believed true influence came from service and from listening more than speaking. Story time. Early in his career, Bogle was the only person in the boardroom who asked for a simple chart that explained the cost of a new product line. His colleagues were lost in jargon, but he wanted clear numbers. That act of clarity made everyone understand the problem, and it turned a chaotic meeting into a decision-making session. The lesson was that simplicity cuts through noise, and a leader earns trust by keeping things straightforward. Motivational insight. If you want to inspire and lead, start by listening. Spend 10 minutes each day asking a colleague for their perspective on a problem you face. You'll discover that people feel respected when their voice is heard, and the solutions are richer. Practical example. Next time you have a team meeting, begin with "What's one thing you think we can do better today?" and commit to acting on the best suggestion. Watch trust grow and your team's performance climb. Key takeaways: humility, clarity, listening. These are the cornerstones of a wisdom-based leader, just as they were for John Bogle. Like, share, and subscribe for more wisdom and leadership inspiration. Reflective question. Which single listening habit can you change today to lead with more humility? Chapter 2. The Simple Way to Grow. Bogle's Rules for Sound Decisions. Bogle's leadership philosophy rested on 5 core principles he believed could be carried in any arena. He insisted, "A complicated plan will collapse under its own weight." The 4 principles below mirror his advice and help us avoid the pitfalls that many leaders face. Principle 1, integrity first. Bogle would not compromise on a client's interest, no matter how profitable the alternative. His quote, "Do the right thing and the right thing will happen," reminds us that ethical leadership builds long-term credibility. Principle 2, simplicity matters. The best investor ideas are the simplest. The same holds in leadership. A clear mission statement, a single guiding value, and a straightforward communication plan are more powerful than layers of bureaucracy. Principle 3, long-term focus. Bogle often described his view of time as a patient river. Leaders get distracted by quarterly reports. Staying the course with a long-term horizon protects against short-sighted greed. Principle 4, humility in authority. He said, "Lead with a quiet confidence that shows you are learning." True leaders never think they know all the answers, they ask more questions. Principle 5, steward all resources. Bogle saw clients as stewards, not consumers. Leaders who view their teams as partners, not products, create sustainable environments where everyone thrives. Motivational insight. These 5 simple rules aren't secrets. They are habits you can test. Start by replacing a to-do list with a single one thing to do today that aligns with long-term goals. Ask for feedback on that choice and adjust. Practical example. If you manage a project, write a short statement. Our one guiding principle is to deliver value to clients without unnecessary expense. Share it and ask team members how it reflects in their work. The act of revisiting the principle daily turns it from a vague idea into a living guide. Key takeaways: trust comes from integrity, clarity, patience, curiosity, and stewardship. Adopt these and you'll shape a culture of wisdom that sustains growth. Like, share, and subscribe to keep walking a smarter path. Reflective question. Among the 5 rules, which one will you pledge to embody first in your next decision? Chapter 3. Living the Principles. John Bogle's real-world leadership. Bogle's career was a running example of his own theories in action. In 1960, when the market was volatile, he founded Vanguard to focus on low-cost investing. The choice was simple: create a company that treated investors like partners instead of customers. His first major decision was to keep costs low even when profit margins shrank. "Costs are the silent tax of the investor," he said. That honesty built a massive following of people who saw him as a trustworthy steward. As his firm grew, Bogle refused to raise fees, saying, "If they want higher fees, find another fund." His honesty earned him deep respect. Another key moment was his advocacy for dollar-cost averaging. He explained that patience wins when the market rises and falls. Investors who keep putting money in are the ones who beat the market, not the ones who chase short-term gains, he told a long-time meeting. His calm counsel steadied many. Motivational insight. When faced with pressure, keep costs, clarity, and purpose straight. Don't chase the next high fee or fancy feature. Focus on what matters to the ones you serve. That act of aligning your mission with the market's realities shows integrity and steadiness. Practical example. If you're designing a product or service, ask yourself, what are the essential features that align with your core values? Cut the rest. Then measure the impact of that simplification on customer satisfaction and profitability. The result will be a lean solution that resonates with real needs. Key takeaways: honesty, simplification, patience. Watch how these values turn challenges into opportunities. Like, share, and subscribe if you want to learn more about living wise leadership. Reflective question: what cost cut that seems hard now could ultimately preserve your mission in the long run? Chapter 4. Turning wisdom into daily habits. Modern tools for modern leaders. Today's leaders juggle multiple digital distractions and short horizon metrics. Yet Bogle's wisdom offers a playbook for staying grounded in a fast-moving world. Here's how to weave his habits into everyday routines. Habit 1, start the day with a mission focus. Before checking email, write a sentence that captures your core purpose for that day. Ask, how does this align with your long-term vision? That mental pause sets the tone. Habit 2, adopt the one thing rule. Of the dozen tasks you face, pick the single one that moves you closest to your mission. Complete it before moving to other items. This combats overload and keeps you anchored in the present. Habit 3, schedule weekly quiet time. Allocate 10 minutes each week for reflection on past experiences and future priorities. In that silence, you'll notice patterns and refine your long-term direction. Habit 4, cultivate humility through questioning. Every meeting end with any questions, or what else should we consider? That invitation opens a dialogue and signals openness to learn. Habit 5, practice stewardship. Review budget lines weekly and ask, does this spend reflect the value we add to our stakeholders? If it doesn't align, adjust. This simple check keeps resources in service rather than profit. Motivational insight. By embedding these short practices, you create a leadership rhythm that mirrors Bogle's long-term vision and simplicity. The steady stream of small decisions builds a culture that values integrity and patience. Practical example, set a recurring calendar cue. Mission check. When it rings, pause and read your mission statement aloud, then look for a task that connects directly. If none appear, you have a moment to reconsider priorities. Key takeaways: rhythm, focus, humility, stewardship. Practicing these habits daily turns wisdom from theory into tangible results. Like, share, and subscribe to learn more about turning philosophy into practice. Reflective question: which of the 5 habits can you commit to for the next 7 days? Chapter 5. The final step, shaping your own wisdom legacy. Bogle's legacy is a testament to lives changed by a single, steady approach to leadership. To carry forward his vision, you should ask, what mark do you want to leave when you step down? First, document your core values. Make a list of the principles that guide your decisions. Revise it annually to keep it relevant. Second, become a role model. When a team faces a tough decision, choose an action that demonstrates integrity, not convenience. Third, share your learning openly. When you teach a colleague a lesson of humility or simplicity, you pass on the legacy. Remember his statement: investors who do not understand the market don't get paid to be an advisor. In leadership, knowledge is power, but humility is grace. Educate yourself, then invite others to learn with you. Practical example: start a monthly leadership book club where your team reads a chapter from a classic work on wisdom or leadership. Discuss how to apply it in your current projects. That shared learning creates a culture rooted in growth. Key takeaways: legacy, documentation, teaching. By intentionally shaping what you stand for and passing it on, you turn personal insight into collective wisdom. Like, share, and subscribe to keep exploring the art of wise leadership. Reflective question: what single principle will you prioritize to guide your next decision, and why does it matter to you?